So if you ever need to change the delay, but like League of Legends already has a built-in delay, so we don't need it, and so does, and Rocket League is like too fast where you don't really need one. So you would just go to the settings down here, and then advanced, and then that is the stream delay enabled.
Yeah.
And then it will tell you down here when, like how long we've been streaming for. Oh, here's the delay. So the delay is starting in 130 seconds.
Yeah.
That will be back up and running, so. Prod. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Good.
I like this. I like this.
So we want to do, what are they're going to do hero bands first, you think? They're going to do map bands first, right?
I like this. I like this. I like this.
State the lineup and bands match. Oh, I see match page. Are they streaming this? Is the NECC streaming this? I didn't know the NECC was streaming. Nobody told me anything. No. Well, I mean, we're live, but we're not like. What do you need? Oh, we had a delay. We have delay just started. So we're good now. That is a troll for sure. I just don't know why did they not tell me that they were streaming this game? Why are we in 360p? Oh, okay. All right. So if you're part of the team, you can usually see like solo like match chat box here. Hello, everybody. Here today, this is PJ Farrell, director of the esports program, and here with Grace.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yes, definitely good to be here. And tonight we got a really special matchup. We are facing Stevenson College, which is also 3-1 in the NECC. So it's going to be a really good game for you tonight. The Vikes have really been on a tear. The academy team been doing really well in the NECC, and definitely want to win tonight against another really good team. So first map pick is Ilios, and let's go over to our hero bans. All right, so CSU has chosen to ban Genji, and Stevenson has chosen to ban Wrecking Ball for Ilios. So Grace, what do you know about Ilios?
Not too much.
Okay, so this is a control. Control map. Our control map is, a place where we just try to capture different, try to hold the point, and then there's different maps. There's kind of like a first to two in the capture the point. So we won't see any Wrecking Ball, which is our tank's favorite champion to play, our favorite hero to play. And I don't really know too much about Stevenson, but if they want to go no Genji, it's going to be a little less of a dive comp. So should see some interesting matchups then, because usually this map specifically is just really big with dive. Yeah. So you see a lot of Genji and you see a lot of Wrecking Ball. So we will not be able to ban these champions again, these heroes again. I keep saying champions because I'm so used to playing League. Mm-hmm. But these heroes, they won't be banned again for the future, so we'll see some different ones coming up. So, all right, Grace, what are you looking forward to in this game?
I don't know. I'm just here, man. I'm just here.
Awesome. Yeah, it should be a really fun game. I know, Alizu, he was on our main team last year and kind of took a step back, so he's playing our secondary team. But between him and ShamWow, she's been playing phenomenal. Toucan, we kind of picked up this season, is just our hit scan player, just been absolutely dynamite. We'll go over to our lineup here also. So we're seeing here our academy team. So Cole really likes ball, but obviously that's going to be banned in this one. So really interested to see what he's going to play. Maybe we'll see some Diva potentially. I know he really likes playing some of these dive kind of champions he's really good at. But Colin's been a really big surprise for us this year. He kind of stepped up, and he's just been dynamite with the hit scan part of things. So the interesting part about Overwatch right now is it's not really part of the meta to be playing hit scan, but he's been playing it so well. There's just no point in not playing him on our Sojourn and our hit scan players. And then we've added in Cross and Clover, Gavin Miller, who is our freshman, but he's mainly been playing Valorant, but he has really played Overwatch at a high level back when he was at Shaker High School. So he does know the game. He is very communicative heavy, and I think you know, he can do really well on this team. So this will be a little bit new for him, a little bit new for the team, but they've been playing pretty well with him. And then Gabby is our captain, so she is our flex support player. So we might see her on some Kiriko. Maybe we see some Juno or maybe some Ana. She also really likes Ana a lot. And then Jackson has been our staple for years. He's been in Lucio jail for years as just a really phenomenal Lucio player. So really interested to see what they're going to be able to pull off here in this Ilios that, you know, we just won't really have a lot of dive. So, all right, we are about to get into game here. So let's head to the game. All right. So teams haven't picked yet, but this is our map, Grace. I'm going to inform Grace because she is not super familiar with a lot of the maps in Overwatch. But so this is our point control. So whoever controls this point and gets to 100% is the team that's going to be the winner. And then it will take us to another map. So it's kind of like a best of 3 within this one. Yeah. So yeah, but we're going to see some good stuff here. So this is our Stevenson matchup. Okay, and then we've got Toucan and Clover on the Tracer, as well as Alizu. Sorry, I gotta switch our graphics around here. Alright, so we are going to see Alizu on the D.Va. And Alizu playing on the D.Va is very deadly. He is just a big fairy dive character. Cross and Clover loves the Tracer pick. And then we have the Kiriko that can dive as well. It looks like we're going to see a really similar comp. They're going to go with Hazard, though, who's also kind of a dive character. He's a little stronger. Okay, Alizu getting some good damage in with on the Wu Yong. ShamWow playing the Kiriko. And ShamWow in some danger at the moment. But good protection from Kloss and Clover. And Toucan goes down. And CSU does cap the point, though. So they do get a little bit of a cap, but they are down a couple players. Alizu on the brink is able to get the health pack and kind of flies away, trying to get out from this Ana, dealing a lot of damage. I'm sorry, the Freya. I apologize. Okay, so now we have Stevenson capture the point, but Stevenson is down a player, so if Alizu can get back quickly, might have an opportunity for CSU to go back and capture the point. Okay, Stevenson's also back at full strength. Very close matchup here so far. All right, so we're going to see some Alizu play. He's going to go dive in. Their Tracer is just going to get away by the skin of her teeth. Alizu's going to chase. He does get the kill. Okay, we're seeing a little bit of poke here by the D.Va. Able to get the Freya. Freya's taking a lot of damage. The Hazard's going to come up and challenge. And it looks like that Freya's going to take down Lucio. So CSU down a support. ShamWow. Oh, wow. Big kill by ShamWow there. Good headshot on the Kiriko, but she goes down. Toucan on the Freya, doing a lot of damage on the point. Can Alizu get this kill? He's going to go out of mech. He's going to drop his bomb. And he's going to remech. He does get the kill on the Freya. Has very low. He's going in towards the point. He does get a pretty big shield. And Stevenson still holding on to this point. So even though CSU has done a ton of damage early on, see the Hazard ulting there. Doesn't really get anybody. Alizu just pumping damage into this Hazard. He is doing a good job blocking. Does go down. Alizu very low on health. Able to pick up the health pack. ShamWow goes down. We're going to see Nebby in the bag. Maybe we get to see him get a little bit of a boop. Maybe we see some boop action, but Alizu very low on health and doesn't really have a very good angle. So Nebby is going to go down. We're going to see Cross and Clover kind of taking it. He's going to recall. He's going to try to get out of this fight. Cross and Clover in some serious situation. And CSU is going to have to muster up a touch here or they're going to be in some trouble. And they don't get a touch. So Stevenson's going to take the first point. So even though CSU caps in the first few seconds of the game, never really able to recover. So what we see here is just some really coordinated dive by Stevenson. CSU just hadn't quite put it together. Didn't quite play as a team. Didn't really focus on the same target. So Grace, what are you hoping to see in this next game? What do you want to see?
Probably some better defense, some more communication and teamwork.
Awesome. Yeah, agreed. I definitely think that we're going to see like a hair more communication on this.
Yeah.
I think that some of the teams they've faced so far this season have been a little bit on the easier side. So this is not Stevenson, though. We know Stevenson's a good team. Okay, so we're going to see the D.Va again. We're not going to see a Nebby. He's going to just take his sweet old time getting out. He's going to kind of roll out on this Lucio. Okay, and they're going to go with the, looks like the Has coming in. Toucan very low. Crossing Clover is in some trouble. He goes down. And you can see just this coordinated, very coordinated effort by Stevenson. This Hazard is just causing all kinds of problems. Very curious to know if we're going to see Alizu maybe go back to the Hazard. I know he also likes to play a Hazard. Oh, looks like we're getting a little bit of a tech pause here. So a little bit of an issue. Hopefully we can find out what is going on here in just a moment. So let's take us back to the map screen while we're kind of waiting here. All right, Grace, so we see a little bit of some miscommunication still going on in this first one. So we need to see a little bit more communication, a little bit more defense. Yes. So CSU really going to have to pick it up here if they want to be able to take this point. All right. Tech pause is over. We're going to head back into the game. Okay, so we're going to see Nebby taking a little bit of damage early on, but very good defensive point. And we do see Alizu switching to the Hazard. I think this is a good move. Alizu really does love these kind of like bruiser, brawler type tanks, and Hazard is very good. So he deals a ton of damage to that Hazard. He's going to have to retreat. And this pushes Stevenson off the point a little bit. They're going to rotate around. Crossing Clover getting a little bit of action on the backside. All right, we're going to see Toucan trying to sneak in. But Alizu taking a lot of damage. He is going to have to get healed up here. The Tracer pressuring a lot on Toucan. This is still very winnable. It's a 4v1 at this point now. So CSU going to get their first point capture on the second part of Ilios. So I do think that Hazard swap is going to be really good for CSU. We're going to see their Hazard kind of push in, but you know, Alizu just so strong on Hazard as a whole. We're going to see him go in. They're going to block him off. He's going to get walled off in here. Kiriko's going to go in. They're dealing a ton of damage, but they can't quite get the kill on him. He's at 1. They do take him down. So CSU goes down. Crossing Clover down. Kiriko, ShamWow is down. So we don't really have a great spot, but Alizu able to clean up the point, and he is very low on health, so he's going to have to just block and kind of hang in there and hold off from Stevenson capturing, and he does. So CSU able to get back very quickly, heal him up. So huge hold there by Alizu. So we're starting to see a lot more aggression here from Alizu, jumping in on that point. He's going to come in the back, and this is going to be trouble for Stevenson. He's blocked him off. He's walled him. Crossing Clover goes down. Alizu going up and giving chase. He's going to get that kill. Stevenson's going to capture, but... Oh, I'm sorry. No, does not capture. I apologize. And they're going to take down... CSU's going to take down 2 more. Alizu goes and chases. Toucan gets a big kill. Alizu gets another kill, and Stevenson is in some serious trouble now as Alizu playing on the Hazard. So this is the kind of communication Grace was mentioning, and some pretty good defense here by just being aggressive. But yeah, I just think the D.Va play into that Hazard just was not good. You're just getting countered very easily. Okay, so let's see if we can get some crossing Clover damage. He's going to try to go on the back line here. They are going to go use their Kiriko ult in. Both supports are pretty preoccupied. Crossing Clover misses that ult. Big miss there from Stevenson. Toucan able to get... No, he gets stuck by the Tracer. Unfortunate timing. This is a 2v2. This can still happen. If Crossing Clover is very careful here, he can make this happen. He's going to go pick up a couple health packs. Alizu very low on the point. He goes down. Can Crossing Clover pick up this point?
Stevenson's going to have to retreat. But the Tracer goes down. The Lucio on the point, but Stevenson switches over to the Doom to get back very quickly. The Kiriko goes low. There is a 2v2 on the point right now. Good recall there by Cross and Clover. And we're going to see Toucan just getting shot after shot after shot. And CSU able to secure this second objective. So going into map 3, Grace, how are we feeling about this matchup now that we have maybe Alizu on that hazard?
I think that's it's a pretty good start now, just for going into the next round. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, agreed. I think, you know, seeing Alizu making that big switch, a little bit more of a brawler tank, going into the brawler tank. Stevenson's sticking around maybe on that Doomfist. Interested to see if maybe he's going to go back to Hazard. He definitely got diffed a little bit in that second map, so curious to know how they're going to plan on countering Alizu on the Hazard now. Maybe he does stay Doomfist. It's interesting. All right, so we're going to see Hello Kitty switching to the Reaper. Oh, they are going to go with Zarya. So Zarya is very strong right now in this game, and he is going to play very well into the Hazard. She's going to play well into that Hazard. So interested to see how CSU is going to match up. Oh, they switched the last minute to the Orisa. So the Orisa, just a big, heavy tank, taking a lot of damage. Have to see how CSU holds this up. So Toucan taking a pretty big shot there from the enemy. Cross and Clover goes down. Alizu taking a ton of damage. Goes down. ShamWow just a little bit preoccupied, trying to keep that Lucio up, but can't. Toucan taking a lot of damage as well. He's going to move forward, and he is going to go down also. So ShamWow just desperately trying to stay away. Great wall, though, by Alizu as he protects ShamWow from going down. So that would have been really nice. That would have been really tough for them to reset there. A little extra, a few seconds that he bought CSU to come back and capture this point. Okay, so we're seeing the Orisa just has unlimited ammo, just dealing a lot of damage, but great attack on the Lucio. So Alizu dealing some good damage there, getting some decent poke. We're going to see Cross and Clover maybe going on this Tracer. Tracer does not have recall, and he knows he's going to go after her, but he's going to blink away. Toucan goes down from the Freya. And unfortunately, Alizu just takes way too much damage there. Really good attention, really good focus there by Stevenson. ShamWow just taking a lot of damage also. Clover trying to blink out, can't get out. Toucan trying to get whatever damage done he can. But Stevenson's at 48% now, and CSU has not touched the point. So CSU's going to have to do something. It looks like Stevenson maybe has a little edge on the ultimates as well. Their Tracer does have the sticky bomb. And it looks like their Orisa will also have ultimate for this next fight. CSU really has none, so CSU might be in a little bit of trouble this fight unless they're able to get some quick, easy picks. And they do. They get a really nice shot on the Freya, but the Freya doesn't go down. Seeing Cross and Clover switch into the Reaper. A little bit more flexibility on staying alive. Good attack by Alizu. Toucan going down. They're getting some really good damage. The Orisa goes down. This is huge. So while that tank goes down, this gives CSU a little bit of an advantage now. And this Lucio is at 1 health point, and CSU is going to be able to capture this point now. So that's pretty big. Stevenson still has a couple good ults, but CSU now has 4 for this upcoming fight. So definitely don't want to use them all at once. We want to make sure that we're countering and staggering these ultimates as much as possible. Cross and Clover kind of just poking, taking a little bit of damage. They're going to Kitsune up close, and he's going to try to get in. ShamWow doing a ton of healing in the ultimate. She's going to TP away. But really don't get any kills off of... Oh, wow, the Orisa goes down. I spoke a little bit too soon. ShamWow getting the big kill. Alizu going in, killing the Lucio. So now this is a 5v2. Stevenson's going to have to retreat, and CSU now gets up to 40% on point. So Clover very carefully retreating, making a really solid move there. ShamWow taking a little bit of damage. We still have Alizu ult, still have Toucan ult, but Stevenson also with 4 ults of their own. So we are going to see some good ult. Huge ult from the Lucio. Nebi into bag, doing a great job. They're going to take the Orisa down. That's absolutely huge. Alizu staying up, maybe able to get that health pack is huge. So he's going to be able to retreat. Nebby in the bag is going to be able to get out. Their Tracer's trying to do a little bit of damage. Alizu's going to escape and going to get away, but they're going to try to capture the point back. We're going to see maybe Alizu going back in. No, we don't hold that point. So this is going to be CSU's maybe last attempt. They're going to have to really come in hard here. The Zarya is fully charged, coming in. Good bubble on the Tracer. Hazard taking a lot of damage. Alizu in some trouble. He doesn't know where to jump. Toucan taking a lot of damage. He has got the Freya up in the air, poking, getting some decent damage, and Stevenson's going to retreat. Wow. So that Lucio goes down, and Stevenson's going to say, hey, we're going to pull back. We have a Kiri ult we're going to try to go in with, but Clover sitting on an ultimate of his own. All right, Toucan with a big kill on the Kiriko. So we're going to see the Kiriko ult from the enemy team, from Stevenson. CSU looking pretty good here right now. Crossing Clover does go down, but he does use his ultimate. Toucan able to get the kill on the Tracer. And it looks like CSU comes away with the win.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, we're going to hear here's our play of the game. So who's our play of the game here? It's going to go to Alizu on the Hazard.
Nice.
So like I said, I really liked seeing him on the Hazard there. I think that he does play the Hazard very well, the dive tanks very well, but he does really like this Bruiser tank. But he's very good at just getting those squishies and kind of just taking them down just like that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and update our map pool. So CSU takes Ilios, and they pull ahead 1-0. So Grace, we saw a couple switches in that.
Yeah, there was a lot of back and forth.
So what did you like? What kind of a switch do you think made the biggest impact in that last game?
I'm not sure what specifically, but I think they did just a great job in general.
Yeah, they did. It was a lot of damage going out. We saw Crossing Clover switching off the Tracer and kind of going to that Reaper. You know, and had a pretty decent ult that kind of gave them a little bit of space, which was really nice. He did go down for it, unfortunately, but, you know, was able to really create space and help CSU get that last win. So, and like we mentioned, Clover's a little bit new to the team, but CSU really just kind of cleaned up there. So stay tuned. We're going to take a few-minute break, and then we'll be back for Map 2. Hang tight.
All right, everybody, we are back here for map 2. So we have CSU picking. Oh, I'm sorry. Who picked this map, Grace? Okay, so Stevenson picks Kings. They want Kings Row. Kings Row is notoriously the best map in Overwatch. So we always see a lot of people on hybrid that pick Kings because it's just such a fun map to play on. So let's go over to our map, our hero bans. So it looks like here that Stevenson has decided to ban Kiriko. So this is really going to put Easy Gooby, Gabby, our support player, in a little bit of a pickle because she loves playing Kiriko on this map. So Stevenson's going to ban Kiriko. And now we are awaiting the ban from CSU. And it looks like CSU is going to ban Zarya. Okay, so we saw Stevenson playing Zarya in the last map a little bit, and Zarya is very strong in this map also. Whoops. So we did see Stevenson playing the Zarya on the last map as well. So I mean, and Cole Alizu is not really a huge Zarya player, so I think this makes sense. It's going to let Alizu play. He probably won't play Wrecking Ball. This is going to be one of those maps where you play like a big kind of bruiser tank. Like maybe we see a Ramatra, who's got kind of like that second form of like punching and everything. Maybe we're going to see Hazard again. Looks like we are now going to be selecting sides. So we will see who is going to be on attack first. Okay, so we do have the ban on the Kiriko, and that is really going to maybe hinder Gabby a little bit, Easy Gooby. But she does love Ana on this map too.
Yeah.
Have you played any Ana? Have you seen any Ana play?
No, I haven't.
So Ana is more of like a sniper.
Yeah.
She's a support sniper, but she's got a sleep. She's got a really great ultimate that can be really helpful, like a nano. So it makes you really fast. It makes you really strong, shoot faster. So I'm suspecting that we're going to see Easy Gooby play the Ana here. And then my guess is that we'll see Alizu maybe playing the Ramatra, maybe playing like an Orisa, some kind of like a big bruiser type tank. Like I said, maybe we see some Hazard again. He does really like Hazard. So we could see that too. Maybe Monkey. We could see Winston.
Yeah.
We do see some Winston on this map as well. So kind of interested to see what CSU is going to play and kind of what Stevenson's going to play.
It's going to be an interesting challenge.
So CSU getting ready. We are currently waiting to see if we are on attack or defense, and I didn't see it in the chat, so we're gonna have to sit here and wait a second. Okay, let's get into the game. Okay, and we are gonna go on the opposite side. Okay, so we're going to see some Kings Row, Grace. Very excited. This is your first Kings Row experience.
Yes.
Okay, so CSU is going to be on
I
defense.
thought my time in the field was done, but I guess you can't predict everything.
All right, so we do see Easy Gooby. We see some ShamWow on the Ana. I was right. Look at this. We have the Ramatra on there too. We're gonna see Cross and Clover on the Reaper, which is an interesting pick. You can go with a Tracer, or you can kind of go with the Reaper. The Reaper is more of like that like survival, but he's got just a lot of brute force, kind of close-up shots. So I think we're gonna see Alizu kind of setting up, doing a lot of damage, and then Cross and Clover kind of coming up with that 1-2 punch. Oh.
Okay, so we're going to see some Ramattra poking here. We're going to see Cross and Clover hiding kind of close. They are going to play the Orisa, and they're going to push in pretty well together. So they are rotating around. Seeing Toucan doing some damage from up top. He does have a full railgun, but the Genji has deflect up wisely, not shooting his railgun. Cross and Clover doing a great job taking up some space. The Orisa pushes herself in there. Oh, and we're going to get a pretty good kill here from Alizu. That Reaper not able to get away, but he might be in a little bit of trouble here too. Or is this one of those situations where I'm not in here with you, you're in here with me? But some very good damage on that Orisa. We're going to see the Reaper retreating. ShamWow getting some really nice sniper heals. Did a really great job rotating around, but Stevenson doing a good job too, kind of rotating. Okay, Clover very wisely retreating. We're going to see some pretty decent ult builds. It looks like both teams are fairly even on the ult economy so far. No really big deaths. And they're, instead of rotating, they're going to come right through. And this Orisa has a ton of damage taken. Get some armor back. Alizu is purpled, so he can't take any healing for the time being. He's in a pretty tough spot in the entire team, and he's going to go down. ShamWow not able to keep him up, so it was a really good purple from Stevenson on their Ana. And we're going to see, this Ana. Oh, great purple there by. I think she meant to do that on the Reaper, but didn't quite get it. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I think that if she had gotten that off on the Reaper down on the bottom, they would have probably cleaned up there. We're going to see the Reaper TPing in. But Alizu gets back in time, and Stevenson doesn't even... Oh, they do. They get one tick. All right, so they're going to go through the hotel. All right, so this is our tick up here.
Yeah.
So they have to get 3 ticks on this first point in order to get the card out. CSU doing a great job defending. Stevenson has a minute 40. They have 2 ultimates, 3 ultimates for this next fight. CSU also having 4 ultimates for this next fight. So we could see a pretty big ultimate drop here. Good purple on the Orisa again by ShamWow. We're going to see the ultimate from the Orisa. Not doing too much damage there. Oh, the Orisa's going to go down. The Ana's going to go down. And CSU is just going to clean up. So awesome use of ults there from CSU. We saw Toucan using, that railgun ultimate that Sojourn has that I can't remember the name of at the moment. But CSU is still having 2 ults, so really not in too bad a shape. And Stevenson has 3 ults, so this could get interesting. We're going to see the Genji from Stevenson on the ShamWow. ShamWow goes down, but Nebi able to kind of clean up a little bit. Hoping to keep our tank alive, not able to. Nebi doesn't get away, and that is going to be that. So that Genji Blade doing a ton of damage from Stevenson's side, and they're going to capture the point. So pretty decent hold. I would say decent hold from Cleveland State there. Now, Stevenson had to use all their ults. Cross and Clover still holding on to his ultimate here. So we see if maybe we see him sneak into the back lines or maybe try to teleport above and maybe just drop in. So this is a very tough corner to be able to penetrate through for the enemy team. So CSU does have a little bit of a benefit on defense at this point. Pretty good damage. He's going to go use his form. He's getting a lot of... Oh my gosh, he goes down though. That was some heavy focus. Can CSU clean up though? That Genji does go down. CSU fortunate that they were able to pull ahead on that. So Nebi taking a purple grenade. So we know that he cannot be healed when he gets hit by that purple grenade for a few seconds. Sometimes Grace really just changes the fight,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to see Nebi go back. He's going to be like the taxi.
Yeah.
He goes back and picks up the slower characters because his character does have a speed boost.
Yeah.
We're going to see some high ground going for the Lucio, but Stevenson gaining a little bit of traction, a little bit of ground. They do get through one corner here of King's Row. Alizu doing good with some patience on just trying to hold off. See Clover switching. He's going to go play the Cassidy. And he's in a pretty rough spot right now. That Orisa, though, takes a lot of damage, and he goes down. And ShamWow doing a great job keeping everybody alive. And CSU's ult economy absolutely enormous after that. So we're going to see 3, maybe we see 4 ults. If we can see Toucan get his ult as well in this next fight, he's going to kind of do some poking. He's going to try to do some poke and try to get that ultimate up as much as he can. It does have a full railgun. Nice shot there by the Toucan. Doesn't take anybody down, but does some pretty good poke damage. Stevenson now having 4 ults of their own, so this could get a little bit dicey here in a moment. We might see a nano. All right, we do see the nano. And Cross and Clover having a really good angle. Okay, we're going to see the enemy Zen is going to pop his Tranquility, so during this time, none of the opponent's team can be killed very quickly. But, it doesn't matter, Grace, because it looks like CSU just rolled in there and wiped him anyway. And wild, but Stevenson's still sitting on 3 ults, so we might see a Nano Blade. Maybe we'd see a Nano Blade here from Stevenson, but it looks like maybe there's another technical pause. This time it's on Stevenson, though. So Grace, what are you seeing? Like, what are you liking this time around?
I like the use of defense. They really held their own in the first half pretty well.
Oh, they definitely do. I think in the second point especially, like, the defense is just so favored.
Yeah.
So if you're Stevenson, like, you really have to go all in and, try to push in the back lines. If you're just facing the other team, like, you're facing CSU on the front lines with Alizu and, well, I guess we don't really have the Reaper anymore, but there's a lot of damage that's concentrated down that tunnel. So Stevenson's going to have to try to do something, maybe try to sneak in the back line, try to take out ShamWow, try to push, our Lucio out. But I thought a pretty good attack. We used 3 ults in that fight, but it was worth it. We're able to take down Stevenson again. So Stevenson's only got 19 seconds left to be able to capture this next part of the point, or else it's going to be CSU's turn to try to push the cart. Okay, so we're going to see this now. So Stevenson's going to really have to do something. They do have 3 ults, so like I said, maybe we see this Nano Blade here. I think we might see it. This Genji's going to have to try to get in the back line. CSU knows they have an ult, so they are going to try to go for him very quickly. He's going to try to climb up. Oh, we're going to see Cross and Clover. Oh my goodness, he gets a 3K off of the Deadeye. Unbelievable that he goes down, but unbelievable. I mean, you see that Rhine, like the Rhine shield goes out, but CSU destroys the Rhine shield. He gets 3 kills from the Deadeye.
Yeah.
That was some of the craziest shooting I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So Deadeye is, for those of you who don't know, Deadeye is an instant kill for anybody that has a skull on them, but it can be blocked by a shield. So the Ryan, I think, was really, he was in this choke point. He was desperately trying to keep the shield up to protect his team from the Deadeye. Great patience, though, from Cross and Clover as he holds on to the Deadeye as long as he possibly can, waits for that shield to go down, and just pops everybody. So, unreal. So Stevenson does not get a touch on the point, and CSU having a pretty good advantage going into this one. Okay, so now we're going to see CSU on the attack. Interesting. So we're going to see a Widow. Maybe we see the Widow? I don't know if he's actually playing the Widow, or he's maybe just trying to look out the window at the moment. We're going to see Alizu on the Monkey. We do like Monkey.
We're going to have a great time.
We see Nebby switching to the Wu Yang. So Wu Yang is the newest character in the game. He does a lot of healing, but he also does a lot of damage. So he's a really good support right now. He's not super fast character, and he is pretty vulnerable if he gets dove on. So see how we counter. So Cross and Clover going to stay on the Widow. Can he get a little snipe? We're going to see maybe a little bit of poke, but they're sticking to the Reinhardt. So interesting seeing the Reinhardt play here. Don't see a lot of Reinhardt, but this is a favorable map for him. And yeah, I think Cross and Clover, he tried his couple shots, and he is now going to switch back. He's going to go to the Cass. Huge purple there by ShamWow, but she's going to go down. Did not rotate quickly enough around. But Cross and Clover, he's going to get some damage done, and he tries to go over the shield, but he can't. The Baptiste has the immortality field over top. That Ryan is going to stay alive just barely. And Alizu patiently going to wait. This first point, a little bit more advantageous to the attackers. It's a little bit closer to their point. Alizu gonna jump in. They're gonna rotate in through Hotel, but they have a couple people low in the back, and he's gonna snipe a couple people on the Monkey. So pretty good shots there by Alizu. Cross and Clover getting a lot of damage done as well. Big snipe there by Toucan, and holy smokes, Stevenson didn't really know what hit him.
Hey, so good, croissant.
So Grace, we see the Monkey jumping in. He creates a lot of space. He takes a lot of damage, and CSU is going to get that first point.
Yeah, this was a very swift attack compared to other team when they started.
Agreed. Stevenson, I feel like they've run out of options. I feel like they're just saying, like, we're going to go on the Mauga. I'm going to pump in as much damage as I possibly can, and we're going to hold this point to the best of our ability. I'm surprised they're not switching to Bastion also, but he's just very vulnerable to the purple grenade as well. Alizu going to jump in on the Monkey. We're going to see a good counter ult by Pompey, but it doesn't matter. And this looks like CSU getting their second point. So they're going to get 3 people on the cart. 3 people pushes the cart as fast as it can go. They're going to switch to Sombra. So Sombra is a very fast champion. I don't know if she's going to get there in time. She gets revealed at the last moment. But Grace, it doesn't matter. CSU able to push that point and secure the victory. So let's check out this play of the game. Who's your bet? I'm gonna go with Cross and Clover's got to be that.
I agree.
No, Toucan.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Let's check out this gameplay. Toucan gets purpled, does get a kill, slides over. Cross and Clover with a really good ultimate in the middle there, and he's just gonna go ahead and clean house. So great play. I was gonna give that one to Cross and Clover. So that Deadeye ult is just so big. All right, so let's head back over to our maps. We're going to update our scores. So CSU gets another victory on Kings Row, and they go up 2-0, Grace. So how are we feeling going into this map 3?
Excited to see what they have in store. Like, how are they going to counter? How's the other team going to change up their strategy?
Yeah, they're going to have to do something. I feel like even in that last point, like they tried going Mauga, they tried going everything. But the funny part of all this is we still haven't seen Alizu on his best tank, which is Ball. So I'm expecting CSU maybe to pick a pretty heavy dive map. Maybe we're going to go with a push map where we can play Ball, we can play a Tracer, and really try to focus on, taking down the back line. So, okay, CSU up 2-0. We will be back in just a moment. Hang tight.
Okay, so we're gonna do these bands, and then we're gonna transition it once they tell us the bands. Junkertown? Junkertown. This is a escort map. Okay. Gosh, I love these headsets, are so nice too. Alright, ready?
Ready whenever.
Alright. Alright, everybody, welcome back. We are ready for game 3. Looks like Junkertown is going to be our pick. So Grace, have you seen Junkertown? You seen someone play on this?
Haven't.
That's okay. Junkertown is a super fun map.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an escort map, so you have a cart and you're gonna push this all the way down towards the end the whole time.
Yeah.
Kings Row is a little bit of we call it a hybrid map. So that one is like you have to capture the point first, and then you get the cart, and then you got to push the cart the whole way.
Yeah.
In this one, you get the cart right in the beginning, and you got to push it the whole way. So it's a little bit of a different game, but Junkertown's really fun. It's got a lot of like sniping ability.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see ShamWow playing Diana again.
Yeah.
I think she'll want to play that. I think we're gonna see we'll see Cross and Clover playing the Widow again. I saw we kind of got a little bit of a sneak peek on Kings Row. So we could see maybe a little bit of a Widow in like the first part at least. All right, and then we're gonna go to our hero bans. So this looks like CSU's first ban is in. All right, and CSU is going to go with a Sigma ban. So you do see a lot of Sigma on this point. The Sigma is arguably one of the most balanced tanks in the game.
Yeah.
People love playing Sigma, but he only has a couple maps like he's really, really strong on, and this is definitely one of them. So he's really good at like keeping snipers in check and everything. So I do think now that they've banned Sigma, I do think we're going to see some snipers, and I think we're going to see Alizu playing that ball. I think we're going to see him play ball. Okay, I'm trying to see who the other ban was. Hang on one second.
Is it Tracer?
They couldn't ban... Oh, they did ban Tracer. I thought they said it was banned already. Banned already. So you ready? We're ready. I guess this is going to be a Tracer. Grace has corrected us that Stevenson has chosen to ban Tracer. So I don't know if it's going to matter too much. I don't know if maybe they were worried about Cross and Clover playing the Tracer on this map.
Yeah.
I do think we're going to see Alizu on the ball, though, which I'm pretty excited about. So now it just comes down to CSU is going to be playing defense first. So we're going to see... I think we're going to see a pretty good game here, Grace.
Yeah.
I think Stevenson's going to kind of go back to what they really wanted to do, which was, a lot of their aggressive dive, like they did in that Ilios map. But I just don't know if they're ready for this Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
The Wrecking Ball is going to be really fun to watch.
Be one hell of a storm.
It is going to be one hell of a storm. Oh, we see Junker Queen. Okay, maybe instead we do see Junker Queen on Junkertown. That is also a possibility that I didn't really think of. Oh, there it is. Okay, wait, hold on a minute. Maybe I'm right.
All right, so we do see Cross and Clover maybe checking out the Widow. I'm interested to see if he's going to stick to it, at least on this first point. But I have to suspect that they know that it's coming. I have to suspect that they know it's coming. We do like Widow, although my favorite skin is the Kerrigan skin because I am a StarCraft 2 junkie. Okay, let's see if we can get... Maybe we get a little pick here. Okay. Ooh, almost. That was actually a pretty good shot. Kiriko doing a pretty good job negating the Widow and taking some space. She's going to throw out her Widow mines. All right, Alizu on the ball. Can he get out? I don't know if he can get out. Oh, he does! Just barely. Oh, but the Cross and Clover does go down. But like I said, we have not seen Alizu on the ball yet today. And I think Stevenson is in a little bit of a surprise. Oh, they're going to go with a Sombra, though, and they're going to try to lock ball down. So, for those of you who don't know, Sombra is a pretty big lockdown character for ball. She can hack him out of his ability to roll, which leaves him pretty vulnerable. So we could see that Sombra just locking down Alizu. They have to know that this is his favorite tank and that he is very good on this tank. And that he has been a menace. Clover's switching to the Pharah, so maybe getting some air, which might not be a great pick into the Diva. So we're going to see that Diva... I'm sorry, the Freya taking down Cross and Clover. Oh, we get a nice little pick, though, off of the Wuyong. So Nebby doing a pretty solid job there, taking down a back line. And so they're going to be down to support. And as we know, this kind of favors the offense here. It's pretty close. Oh, he's going to boop the Diva in, and the Diva is going to go down. She's going to get demeched. So pretty good attack there by Alizu. Oh, and we're going to see Toucan kind of being taken on by this Sombra. They're going to have to answer this Sombra at some point. Not sure who is going to answer that call. Oh, big snipe there by Toucan, but he's going to go down as well. Oh my gosh, they let the Diva get remeched. So she is back into the fight. He's going to lay down the mines, though, and she's going to be in some trouble because that is going to be a lot of damage. Sombra is going to go around, hack all the health packs, though, which is going to make it really difficult for Alizu to heal back up. But it's not really going to matter because Alizu just doing Alizu stuff on the ball. Cross and Clover switching over to the cast, so he's going to take that hit scan. And really pretty good push. So even though, you know, Alizu is heavily countered in this, he's countered by the Sombra. He is, you know, being focused on by the Diva especially, and they're trying to dive him. He just is able to get away every time. Oh, he's going after the Sombra. He might get her. Doesn't quite find her, but he is going to find a very alone Diva. She's going to have to bomb to save her life. And we're going to see ShamWow on this Kiriko doing some damage. The Diva's flying around. And we are going to see ShamWow going down. Cross and Clover getting attacked by this Sombra sneakily. Oh, great shot. He is able to take her down, but not before the Diva comes up and cleans up. So Alizu on the ball, looking to bide time. Trying to find his moment that he can kind of roll in there. I see Nebby on the Wuyong. Able to control that damage. Oh, we are going to see an ultimate used by Stevenson. They are going to use their Kiriko ult. CSU just choosing to stay. It looks like Cross and Clover did try to use his Deadeye, but didn't get much value out of it. CSU still pushing cart, though. Still playing okay. This is a 4v5, but Stevenson does not have their tank, so CSU still might be able to pull this one off. Oh, we are going to see the Freya ult on the ball. Ball just escapes. He's able to get away. Freya creating a little bit of space for her team there. Okay, we're seeing our ball, pushing up. Crossing Clover, switching to Ashe. I really like Ashe on this map. Misses his dynamite, though. A little bit unfortunate. So, Ashe is playing like a mid-range sniper. Can do a lot of damage with her dynamite. She has to shoot her dynamite and blow it up over the enemy team. We see Alizu dropping those bombs. He's going to be able to kind of just roll and escape away, just causing absolute mayhem in the back lines like the ball normally does. They're going to Kiriko ult, so this is going to be good for CSU. Where Freya is going to ult again, though, and that is some trouble for Crossing Clover, who is in the line of sight. Okay, so CSU having 1 minute left to be able to push this cart to the next checkpoint. Ooh, good healing there from ShamWow. Able to keep them alive, but not enough, unfortunately. So this one might not end well for CSU. Kiriko is going to go down. Or maybe not. Maybe Kiriko does not go down. Hold on a minute. She's able to retreat, and Clover is doing his best just to kind of maintain that range, but that D.Va is just doing a really good job at maintaining space. Freya doing a good job locking down Crossing Clover. The D.Va's going to bomb out, doesn't get anybody. We see Ball pushing in the back line. We are going to see the Kiriko ult from Stevenson. Still nobody going down, but they're going to have to keep this point touched, or else this is going to be over for CSU. Oh, he gets booped out, and that's unfortunate. That boop, unfortunately, keeps Alizu from going back to get to the point, so we don't get any overtime, Grace. And then that is going to be as far as CSU is going to push this point. So we get it through, what did you say, about 80% of point 2?
Yeah, about that.
Okay, so interested to see what CSU is going to do on defense. Normally, you don't really play ball on defense. We maybe see the Junker Queen. Maybe we see the Hazard. Maybe we see a Monkey. Good. But decent push by CSU there. I think that they just screwed up a little tiny bit by just not getting that last second touch to trigger that overtime. Alizu playing Sigma, who is banned, so hopefully he decides not to play that. Okay, he's going to switch over to the D.Va. Clover is going to stick with the Ashe, and I do like the Ashe pick here. I think Ashe is a really good hero to play on this map. Alizu poking fun that Stevenson did not ban D.Va on the map. All right, so Grace, what are we looking for here? What do you like to see?
I hope that it's really good coordination with defense right now. Just they need to pick me up right now. So.
They do, yes. So this is very winnable for Stevenson. That is not a very good push on this map. I want to see a little bit out of Crossing Clover this game, but man, maybe this Sombra is just going to be too much for CSU to respond to. They're going to have to do something about this Sombra. Toucan is getting absolutely harassed by this Sombra, and CSU not really sure how to respond, and he's going to get cleaned up. Sombra, again, just hacking everything in sight, and CSU not sure how to respond, and they're going to go down. So Nebby gonna just kind of poke secretly off this first point. Not a great first point for us, Grace. So, although great defense, the Sombra is going to be a problem. So, for those of you who do know, Sombra is invisible throughout a majority of the game unless she attacks or is attacked. With a very quick ability to get away, she's also able to do a ton of burst damage. So, we see another one here. Another kind of surprise attack. Great save there from ShamWow. They almost get the Sombra down, but Sombra is able to lift. The D.Va's very low. Can they go in after the D.Va? They do. Crossing Clover switches over to the Genji. I like seeing him on the Genji. He is very good on the Genji. And they're going to go in and just kind of clean house. But Stevenson sticking with that Sombra, and I think the Genji change is going to be really good, Grace. One less kind of range character that she can harass, and then we're just going to have these two supports just kind of like defend each other in the event that that Sombra pops up out of nowhere. Oh, we're going to see a Kitsune here from Easy Gooby. ShamWow is going to push down, and there's going to be some pretty good push. They're going to get the Freya. So, decent ult. Able to get one. Alizu is going to have his ult coming up here in a second, so this will save him in case that he gets... But he does get hacked. He can't use his ult while he's hacked. Is able to survive that. Alizu going to go for the dive. We see the Sombra diving away, getting out of harm's way. They're going to hack over and over and over again this D.Va, Alizu. But Alizu getting a lot of really good pressure. He's going to bomb up. Doesn't get any kills. Alizu continuing just to clean up. ShamWow doing a great job keeping the team healed in the back, and Cross and Clover does go down, but decent trade out for, you know, trying to harass that back line. Okay, so we're seeing Cross and Clover coming back. So this is a 5v4 at the moment, Grace. Favoring Stevenson just slightly. Okay, Cross and Clover just about back in the fight. ShamWow goes down. This is not good. This is going to be a support down, and this could be problems. Oh, big kill there. That Freya, hoping that health pack was there, but wasn't. And the Freya is going to go down. But Alizu going to bomb out. Is going to be able to get that mech back. Clover trying to clean up, waiting for this to run out. The matrix, defense matrix to run out. And Stevenson played that really well. That was a pretty easy kill that Clover could have easily gotten, but Stevenson doing a very good job protecting their supports. Okay, so we're going to see the Wu Yang ult. He gets Toucan, pretty low, but pretty good defense there. They're still diving Toucan. They finally get him. Uh-oh, and this is not looking good for CSU here, Grace. Okay, we are going to see the Dragon Blade. Can the Dragon Blade get this done? The Kyria is going to teleport away. He's going to get two with the Dragon Blade. He's going to come after this D.Va, and is he going to be able to get it done? They're going to hack him. Oh, no, and the bomb goes off.
This is rough.
So CSU in a little bit of trouble here, as they're going to have to try to hold this card from getting pushed, but Alizu doing crazy Alizu stuff. He chases the D.Va away. He gets 2 kills, and CSU is able to get back just in the nick of time. He's at 2 health. They're able to heal him back up, and Alizu able to get the ult again. So huge stall there from Alizu, and he's able to get 2 kills off of Stevenson. So CSU looking okay right now. They're stable. Okay, Cross and Clover goes down. Tries to get a little bit of a block there. Toucan just trying to keep some damage up. Alizu holding the cart. Stevenson's going to rotate up top here, though, and they are going to get 1. Toucan doing a great job getting some more damage done. They're going to Kiriko ult into this. Toucan might be in trouble. Support's desperately trying to keep him alive. The D.Va does go down and able to take her down. So Stevenson now down to 1 minute and 10 seconds, Grace. What do you see in CSU doing that's been successful so far? What do you like?
Just great playing from Alizu right now. That's pretty much all I've been seeing so far, but I feel like we just need to communicate more, just talk more defense.
Absolutely, could not agree more. Alizu absolutely carried that last point, staying alive, doing a great job keeping that ult up. Okay, so we're going to see some Cross and Clover. So on the Genji, he's going to be very careful here, because really 1 or 2 people going down and making this a 4v5 could be very bad for either team. So could be going into this could be the last fight for Stevenson. Oh, and so Alizu gets a kill on the Genji. Cross and Clover getting a pair himself. He is going to go in. He's going to dash in. He's going to try to get this Sojourn. Can Stevenson die quickly enough and maybe get back to make 1 more touch on the point? We're going to see if Alizu is going to push up. He's going to try to take this fight all the way out front, as much space as he possibly can. The D.Va's going to go in. D.Va's going to try to get a touch on the point. Can the D.Va do it? The D.Va does get a touch, so we are going to see 1 more fight here, Grace. All right, so we're seeing Crossing Clover doing some damage. He's going to try to take this back line. Sojourn going up. Sojourn very low, and Clover, can Clover get this kill? He goes and gets a Knight's health pack, but Stevenson is able to, he's going to get Dragon Blade. Can he get one? No, he goes away and takes Sojourn down. So Grace, unfortunate, but Stevenson is going to get this point. Oh my goodness, that was such a close last fight there. Okay, so we're going to see Alizu on the Wrecking Balls play the game. And this is where I think this is where this wasn't where he was holding the point. I thought it was going to be when he was holding the point off. But just rolling back and forth, pushing the cart, the Sombra on him, doesn't matter. Just has grenades everywhere, knocking everybody up. But Stevenson's going to take that point, Grace. It was such a close fight. They were able to get that last touch in. And we're going to see Stevenson taking Junkertown. So let's go to our map update. So here we are. CSU has 2. Stevenson has 1. So they do have a little bit of fight left in them.
Yeah.
So we saw what we wanted to see. We saw Alizu on the ball. I'm hoping that the next point is going to be a push map because I do think that the ball is his strength. And I think that the team can be strong around him. It's just so unfortunate we went down and just didn't get the touch on that point. So so maybe a little bit of a C9 there.
Yeah.
Where that point gets captured. And CSU does not come away with it. So we are going to see a Game 4, Grace.
Yeah.
We're going to see a Game 4, and this has been a really great game so far. A lot of really good fight from CSU. Seeing some really good fight back from Stevenson, but other than like the first point of the first map, that was really the most fight we've seen of Stevenson since.
Yeah.
So what do you want to see from CSU coming up? Do you want to what are you expecting, from Alizu and from our supports?
I'd love to see Alizu more in their element, especially with the ball more.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see what other people choose, especially with character choice, more support.
Yes, would love to see a little bit more support. We did see Nebi playing the Wu Yang.
Yeah.
Wu Yang is a newer champion in the game, new hero in the game. So it's kind of good to see it. But CSU, we're going to step up this Game 4. We just don't want this to go to Game 5 or else, it's a lot of momentum for a team to head in there. So, all right. So we're going to head right into the next map, and it looks like CSU wasting no time. They are going to go for a Flashpoint. So, Grayson, Flashpoint, this is all about capturing 5 points as quickly as you can throughout the game. So it's a little bit like Control, but the points capture very quickly, and you're just trying to progress through as much as possible. So the points are a little random.
Yeah, a lot more fast-paced.
Very, very fast-paced. So we are going to see some fast-paced champions in this. Yeah. So we could see Ball again. We could see a Junker Queen. We could see a Hazard. Just like those fast-paced kind of bruiser trying to take a lot of space and pushing Stevenson out. All right, and then let's go over to our hero bands. Okay, so on map number 4, CSU is about to lock in their hero band. Okay, so CSU chooses Freya. And Freya is also a new champion. She's a new damage champion. Does a ton of damage. Yeah. Has some really good vantage points. It's just very difficult to kill. So CSU, I think realizing that Stevenson Freya was doing a lot that game, and would really like to try to keep them off of this character for this one. We're being told now that this has to be a push map. So we are going to undo this map. Let's go back to our maps. Hold on a second. So we are going to go back to this map. This is going to be a push map. And it looks like CSU is going to elect... One moment. Let's find it. Okay. Okay. All right, and we're going to see Esperanza, which is... I'm sorry, not Esperanza. Esperanza? Maybe it is? Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Esperanza for this next map. So this is a pretty good push map.
Yeah.
It's a really fun push map, but this is definitely a big ball map.
Yeah.
So 100% we're going to see Alizu on the ball for sure. And then really just curious to know, like, I think we're going to see Nebby going back to the Lucio. We are going to get new hero bans as well. So let's flash forward to see who our bans are going to be. And it looks like CSU's in. All right, and they're going to stick with the same. They're going to stick with the same champion. They're going to ban Freya anyways. Like we said, I think that they recognize that their best player is really good on the Freya, so they're going to try to ban it, and they're going to try to win this round because they can't ban Freya again. So now we are waiting for Stevenson to have their pick for this fourth map. So Esperanza, super fun map. Push, not really everybody's favorite Overwatch choice. It's a little slow, and then even if you can win the whole game and just lose it all at the very end. So people not a huge fan of push map in general, but I do think this map is okay. And it looks like Stevenson's ban is in. And they're going to go ban the Lucio. So where I thought maybe we would see Nebby on the Lucio this time, I think they're looking to maybe try to keep CSU from speeding away, speeding in, going and catching up their, like their anybody who died from spawn. So we're gonna see these. We're gonna see these bans, and this is some interesting picks. I think banning Lucio is really interesting here because this is just a very good Lucio map. So maybe Stevenson's saying like their Lucio maybe isn't as good of a Lucio as Nebby is, and they just kind of want to keep CSU off one of their better characters. And I don't even know if CSU's ever played this map without a Lucio before, so this will be really interesting to see what CSU is going to try to do on this map. Okay, so we are headed into map number 4. This is going to be a push map on Esperanza. Stevenson, are they feeling confident? I just think that going into this game with like knowing that Alizu is going to play ball, I'm just curious. Are we going to see like the Sombra again, you think?
Maybe. I'm not too sure.
Okay. I thought that the Sombra was pretty effective, but Alizu just didn't seem to mind. He just killed her anyway. So maybe they have something more in place. Maybe they have some kind of a plan to try to lock the ball down. Like maybe they go with a hazard and they're going to try to root the ball, hack the ball, do whatever they can to just stop Alizu from terrorizing their back line because that's just what he does so successfully. Cross and Clover had a pretty decent game last time around. Caused a little bit of some mayhem and some havoc. And has done really well in the Cassidy, but didn't really make a huge splash with the Ashe. Even though the Ashe has a really great ultimate, we love seeing Bob come out. So Bob is like an auto turret robot that kills everything. So I'm curious to know what they're going to try to do to lock Alizu down in this game, because if they don't lock Alizu down, it's just going to be GG's. So really interested to see what Stevenson's planning on this one. Okay, so let's head over to Esperanza. All right, so this is a very pretty map. But we're going to see the robot kind of just walking through the street, and then if there is an opponent who is challenging the robot will not move. But if there is no challenge, the robot will move the way that the team who controls the robot wants to go. So whoever the robot's barrier pushes further is going to be the winner of map 4.
Just a big game of tug of war?
This is a big game of tug of war. That is correct.
Okay. Okay, so we do see the ball from Alizu. We're going to see the Zarya from Stevenson, which is interesting. I know that they really did like that pick early on. But they don't go with the Sombra. So they're going to really try to just brute force it with like the Reaper, who is very strong up close. Clover going to go and stick on this Tracer. Just trying to poke, just trying to get a little bit of damage. Toucan trying to get a good vantage point, trying to build up that railgun. Okay, we are going to see a TP in from the Reaper. Toucan wisely running away, and that Reaper, holy smokes, almost gets one shot. Alizu coming in, dealing a lot of damage, just causing a million chaos. I mean, just sheer chaos. He's going to roll right through here. All right, so we are going to see Clover getting some good poke damage. Let's see what Toucan is doing, sorry. He's getting a little bit of poked on as well. And that Reaper is going to fade out, but now it is no fade, and can Clover clean this up? He's going to go after the Wuyong, and it looks like he's going to get out. Toucan hanging on by a thread, and Clover goes down. Okay, so ball. Alizu going to take some damage. CSU didn't get a huge push there, but they do get a little bit of a push. Oh, he's getting his bombs out pretty early, and we're going to see that Reaper teleport out, but it doesn't matter. He's going to take the Zarya down, and now he knows that there is no TP. The Fade is gone from the Reaper, and he might be able to get this Reaper kill as well, and he does. So Alizu just doing absolute Alizu stuff. The Kiriko is going to TP out. Clover going to give a little bit of chase. The support's just going to heal each other. And going to wisely just blink away. So CSU getting a pretty good push here now.
Yeah.
Toucan trying to go get a good vantage point. Alizu in a little bit of trouble, but still able to roll through. We get the Kiriko, teleports in. Zarya just going to try to beam him to death. But Zarya's low, doesn't have any bubbles left, and they are going to Kiriko ult into this. And I think they're going to focus Alizu, but Alizu doesn't care. He's got a big shield from all the people that were just surrounded there. And he gets a kill, but it doesn't really matter because the Genji from Stevenson does clean up. So decent push from CSU.
Yes.
We're going to see Alizu maybe try to challenge here so that to kind of just prevent that robot from pushing a little bit too far maybe. But I know he does not want to die. We do not want to see Alizu dying here in this case. So maybe he sees like a little bit of an opportunity to kind of roll through. Gets a good push. And he's going to stop that robot from pushing. So pretty good push there. We're going to see Toucan. Toucan's ult is ready. Nebi getting a good push. ShamWow goes down, though. And we are going to see a pretty good attack there from Nebi, but Nebi doesn't get the kill. The Zarya is absolutely cleaning up. Oh, and Stevenson just has one health. There we go. Alizu gets that kill and kind of rolling through, but Grace is unfortunate, but the robot is still pushing. You know, Alizu can only do what Alizu can do, and he's going to do his best to roll out. He's going to go get this health pack and try to head right back in there and keep this robot from pushing. So CSU with just a very minimal lead now, losing 2 fights in a row, and they lose their forward progress. So they're going to have to spawn from a little bit further away. But, man, that Zarya beam is just so strong right now. Okay, we're going to see Clover maybe doing a little bit of damage on this Genji. CSU pushing the robot back, which is nice. Okay, we are going to see the enemy Wuyong use his ultimate there. We're going to see Nebi using his ult. I'm waiting for him to use his. But I think he's wisely going to save his, Grace. I think we're going to wait for another fight. I think we're going to give this. We did push the robot back a little bit, but, you know, between Cross and Clover and Alizu is not going to be good enough for a 2v5. CSU still has a slight lead. So Alizu doing a good job just trying to... And we are going to see this
Genji ult, but the Genji goes down. So the Genji blades, but he goes down. Reaper uses the Reaper ult. He gets 2. Ball doing his best. Alizu doing his best to try to stay on this point, but this Zarya is just beaming him to death. And the Reaper is just so low. Can he get the health pack? Yes, he can. There's a little health pack in there. Are we going to see Clover maybe try to dive in, go get that kill? Good damage there from the Clover. But, man, just excellent defensive coordination there from Stevenson. So now Stevenson ahead a little bit on this push map. They're going to use that Kiriko ult. Clover a little bit further away. ShamWow doing her best on the Moira just to stay alive. The Moira ult can be very good here, Grace. We need to build up the Moira ult and be able to just try to beam through that push. So CSU is behind by a few meters here. Toucan doing his best job to just try to poke a little bit of damage out. It's very important CSU in a good position not to die. So Alizu going up high. He's going to take that high ground. He's going to deal a lot of damage up there. He's going to try to roll through. Can he get a kill on this Kiriko? No, she flashes away. She teleports out. Knowing he doesn't have the teleport, and he's going to roll through and get 1. But CSU also goes down. We're going to have the Moira. She's going to fade out. She's going to heal herself. But Stevenson now pushing the robot, and the Reaper behind. Unfortunate for ShamWow. Okay, so CSU losing their 3rd fight now, Grace. And CSU is going to have to do something now. Seeing Alizu doing a really good job on the ball. Really good job just trying to stay alive. But this Reaper and the Beam are just too much for him to be able to harass and stay in the back line. The Zarya is just pulling back and peeling for that back line. He's still going to try to go in on this Wu Yong, maybe get a kill. The Kiri's saving it, and it's not going to be enough. Cannot kill this Wu Yong. This Wu Yong is just unkillable. Toucan getting the big shot. Clover trying to get some damage out. The Reaper goes in. Wow, unbelievable. They get the kill on the Reaper that's ulting. So huge kill there from ShamWow on the Moira, who is able to shut down the Reaper ulting in the group. So this could be the turnaround that CSU needs. We've got a Deadeye coming up for Cross and Clover. We've got Railgun ultimate from the Sojourn. I apologize to all the fans listening. I still don't know what her ult is called. But Stevenson's going to attack this top lane. Sojourn's going to be forced down. Genji's going to go up and try to get some damage. They are going to Kiriko ult up top. The Zarya dealing a lot of beam damage, but the Zarya can go down. Shield is so low. She gets the kill. Yes, he does. Alizu is able to get the kill, and CSU able to clean up. So CSU still pushing that robot. Can CSU get this kill? Reaper's going to teleport away. Unbelievable, Grace.
Great turnaround.
That is a great turnaround. So ShamWow seeing the Reaper, seeing the Genji. The really nice part about Moira, you don't really have to aim, you just have to right-click the bad guys. Okay, we're going to see Cross and Clover. Maybe Cross and Clover trying to set up for a Deadeye? Oh, he shot just a hair too early and doesn't get the kill, but does deal a pretty good amount of damage to the Zarya. So it's enough at least to push them back. And this would be really nice here if Alizu can just get like a quick kill on one of them. So CSU pushing. They're pushing. They're so close to being able to take the lead. He gets a bump. He kills the Zarya. CSU takes the lead in this push map. Genji is super low. He's going to roll through, but he is going to escape up top in the top roof. Cross and Clover trying to get a high vantage point. So now Grace, CSU ahead on this push map.
Just see how it goes back. Hope they can maintain their position so far.
All right, so where CSU was down, and this is where people don't like push because CSU can just lose here, and the robot runs all the way back, and then CSU loses. Big ultimate here from Easy Gooby to ShamWow. Can she use it to beam down the Zarya? The Zarya is so low and gets away. But we are going to see this Moira trying to hold point, trying to heal. Does not have that fade. Alizu doing a good job just trying to do ball stuff. Roll around on that point and stall for as long as possible. So now, Grace, CSU has to win this next fight or it could be all over.
Yeah.
So Stevenson running on overtime here. Stevenson loses this next fight. Stevenson is done. CSU loses this next fight. It's going to be very difficult, to overcome. So CSU loses this fight. Maybe they have one more in them. He has Deadeye again. He's got all 5 in his sight. It doesn't quite get any. Toucan doing a lot of damage, but he goes down. Such an exciting attempt of a shot, but doesn't quite get anybody with the Deadeye. It was just such a good idea right there. But CSU goes down, so Stevenson's still sitting on this overtime. Can he get a pick on the Reaper? He does! He gets a pick on the Reaper, so this is a huge advantage now for CSU as they're going to come in and they're going to have a 5v2 here for a minute. And it's going to boil down to, can CSU clean up? Clover switching to the Venture, hoping to get some boops, just try to push him off the point a little bit. They're going to Kiriko ult. He goes underground. Can he get this Genji? The Genji goes down. Clover doing his best to try to push. They're going to get the cleanup and Grace. That is going to be a Cleveland State victory.
Yeah. Great playing, great turnaround too.
Oh my goodness, that one was definitely getting me a little sweaty. Okay, so we are going to see the Stevenson Genji, Mr. Serious, who we knew was a great player coming into this one. Knew was their best player. Getting the Dragon Blade kills. Just absolutely cleaning up with the Wu Yang, but not able to kill the ball. So, Grace, super exciting. Let's go back to the map screen, and we can successfully put a checkbox in for CSU winning map 4. So, what'd you think?
I think it was a great just match in general, just really good back and forth. The turnaround was a great turning point, and I think the small victories in the beginning helped build to the end, too.
Yeah, I think so, too. Just really, really nice seeing the team adapt.
Yeah.
I know Alizu played great, but we saw some really nice stuff out of Cross and Clover when we needed him to. We saw Nebi just doing his Lucio and Wu Yang stuff.
Yeah.
But really just a great team effort for sure. So we want to see the CSU Esports Academy is now going to improve to 4-1, and Stevenson will drop in the NECC to 3-2. So pretty exciting here for CSU's Academy team. They're moving up in the ranks. Lost to a team very early on, but I think the team's improved pretty tremendously since that first loss in the NECC. So could see them doing some big stuff in the playoffs too. So anyway, we get the push map. CSU wins 3. They drop 1 map to Stevenson. I know that they were talking the other day about they only really dropped like a couple maps this year. So I know they're going to be a little bummed about dropping that one Junkertown map. Yeah. I know they really wanted that one. And like I said, it was just an unfortunate boop that they weren't able to touch the point on time. But that's going to do us in. So Grace, any last final words of wisdom?
Not that I know of. Great playing from everyone else, especially good with Alizu.
Absolutely, he is our GOAT and champion, Alizu. So this has been PJ Farrell, and we're here with Grace.
Yep, that's been me.
All right, and we will catch you guys on the next game. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Catch you on the next one tomorrow. Let's look at the schedule for tomorrow. I believe we have a couple games. We have Valorant. Valorant Varsity will be facing Ohio Wesleyan in the final GLEC game of the season. So Grace, the Valorant team has lost 1 game in the conference. They lost to Tiffin. They know Tiffin is their big game that they have to go out. They have to go win when the conference finals happens. But Ohio Wesleyan should be a game that they go out and they just want to dominate in.
Yeah.
We did face them in the Battle of Ohio a couple weeks ago. 13-0'd them.
Yeah.
It's very just a dominant performance, and those are the kind of things that we want to see out of the Valorant team.
Yeah.
Our other game will be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, so it'll be after our Valorant game, and that will be our League of Legends. We'll be playing Nova Esports. So if you like some League and you like some Valorant,
tune in tomorrow, and we'll have those on for you. So thanks everybody for tuning